Hello you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Friend, come on in, come sit down. Girl, I have a story time. So we're gonna go all the way back in time to the year 2000, and I want to say 2018. Girl, back to a world before COVID. We were all so young and innocent back then. And even though I never considered myself in 2018 a baby trans, in many ways I was, in that, I was just starting to pass for the first time, and I was having a lot of experiences that are unique to the trans experience for the first time. So girl, although it's actually kind of crazy, this wasn't the first time this has ever happened to me. So, if you don't know what it means to cop a feel, it basically means a guy is going to try and grab a part of your body. Could be your breast, it could be your genitalia, girl, it could be anything. He's gonna try and do it. It is hot in here. Let me turn on my fan. Hold on. And I'm back. Alright, so this fan's not doing a damn thing, but let's continue. So basically, to cop a feel means essentially to grab someone in their genitalia. And this is not the first time this has happened to me. But I don't know, I feel like this specific incident kind of hit me harder. And the reason it hit me harder, when you get on your hormones and you have your surgery and you start getting read as female, and it's a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and you ain't getting clocked, girl, that head gets big. You start to think, oh, I'm that, girl, I am that girl, I'm not getting clocked, life is good, you know what I mean? And then when you do get clocked, after months and months of not being clocked, I don't know, it's almost like it drags you back down to earth in the worst, most possible way. So I decide to go out with my friend, we're gonna call her Heidi, and her cousin. Cool. So I worked with Heidi. She was in the German department, and I worked obviously in the English language department. And I don't know, she was just really fun. A lot of laughter, a lot of crazy chicanery and shenanigans. Love Heidi. So me and Heidi and her cousin, we all decide to go to this club. I'm not going to say the name of the club, but it's a popular club in Long Street in Cape Town. Cool. We get there, and girl, I don't know, I want to say it was a good evening, but it wasn't. And it's not so much that, I got clocked, but before I got clocked, you know what I mean? I wasn't enjoying myself. And the reason I wasn't enjoying myself, I'm one of those people, because I've lived so many years hating myself and being insecure and stuff, I tend to be very hard on myself for my physical appearance. So when I go out, the hair needs to be perfect, the outfit needs to be perfect, the makeup needs to be perfect, because essentially you feel like it's not perfect. You feel like you have this big black mark against your name. And I went out that night, and I remember I had a green dress on, and I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't. And I don't know if it's so much that my energy was, I don't know, going out into the universe and I was attracting negative experiences to me, but I did not feel good. Now that being said, even if it was my energy that was attracting negative experiences, that it doesn't mean that just because you send energy out or you're feeling some type of way that you deserve to have bad things happen to you. So I just wanted to put that out there. So cool. I'm chilling. Heidi is having the time of her life. She met a guy. I am here for sis. And I decide that I'm gonna, pull myself out of this, like sadness and depression. And I'm just gonna go dance. I'm not gonna be a wallflower, you know what I mean? I came here to have fun. So I jump on the dance floor. And, oh my gosh. There were some good memories, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was dancing with these random Irish boys. And, like, what I love to do is, I love to, when I'm at a club or whatever, I love to dance with random people and talk to random people. I kind of feel like that's the best way to go out. But it also puts you in a very vulnerable situation. Because this one guy that I'm dancing with, so I'm dancing with this Israeli guy, and he starts dancing from behind me. And I'm like, okay. And I remember him being very, very close to me. Now, girl, he did not even leave enough room for the Holy Spirit. He was all up in there. And I remember feeling really uncomfortable by this because I haven't disclosed anything about myself, and he's already dancing in a very sexualized way with me. Girl, tell me why. At some point he must have clocked the T or wondered if I was trans. But tell me why he takes his slimy little hands, puts them in between my legs, and pulls up to feel my member, to feel Penelope, to feel what's down there, to, find out what's going on. Girl, I was mortified. Friend, like, I think what made it frustrating and, like, embarrassing all the much more was all the way much more. But what made it so frustrating was the fact that other people saw. Other people saw, and the way he did it, he pulled his hand up so fast that my skirt lifted up. So as he's grabbing me, if you had been sober enough and your eyesight had been good that day, girl, you could have seen my underwear, all my good stuff, just out on display like that, girl. And this man really thought that it was appropriate to do that. Look, in his small mind, because I know how a lot of DL men are, how a lot of guys that date within the community are, how some trans attracted men are, in that they feel that in order for them to get your attention, they need to clock you. That they need to let you know that they know your secrets. And they'll often do this in humiliating ways. Number one, like, you'll just be walking down the street living your best life, girl. Tell me why a DL fool is gonna scream from across the road, or they'll come and they'll stand next to you and they'll just be goofy and awkward. And you're just kind of like, why? Say it with me. Why? You don't understand, like, and I get it's their way of getting your attention, and they think if they get your attention and they let you know that they know, it's gonna form some kind of, girl, I don't know, some kind of sick Stockholm syndrome where you want to run off and be with this man and let him be your, I don't know. I don't know, but a lot of them like to clock, and that's their way of flirting. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know who needs to tell you this, but if you find someone attractive and you want to get their attention and you want to, even if you don't want a relationship, even if you're just looking for sex, humiliating them in a public space is not going to be the way you're going to win them over. I mean, it's lost to me that it needs to be explained like that. So I push this guy away. I'm all like, the hell you're doing? And he's all like, what's that? Like, I want to feel again. And I'm like, dude, no way. And I like storm off and I rush to Heidi and her cousin. And I'm freaking out because that's when you kind of feel like your night's over. That's when you kind of feel like you want to go home. But at the same time, you don't want to ruin everybody else's night. But I'm not going to lie, after that point, it was lights out for me. I just wasn't feeling it because I felt like there was something intrinsically wrong with me. And I think that's what a lot of these guys don't understand when they grab parts of our body. They don't understand that, number one, you don't have a right to touch anybody's private parts. You know, they're private for a reason. You literally have no right to grab on somebody and without their consent. You know, and you trying to embarrass that person or humiliate that person or to make it be like, I don't know, to sensationalize the fact that a transgender person exists in the same space that you exist in is not going to make us want you. You know what I mean? And it's lost to me that this is not understood. It's lost to me that a lot of these guys that will do these things don't have it within themselves to just be like, pull out your hand. Hi, my name is, I don't know, nice to meet you. Why they don't just try to talk to you. Why they don't just try to be nice, you know what I mean? I will admit there are a lot of trans girls who become very defensive. We all have started having our walls up because we have these experiences continuously. If you've ever been in the same situation, sweetheart, I am so sorry. I know what it's like, and especially if you're not yet comfortable with that part of your body. That is what gets to me. You know, like, fine, I've come to the point where I've accepted my body for what it is. But back in 2018, you can go back to old videos, girl. I was not 100% there. So for you to be like, oh, I'm going to make it a show. I'm going to, like, expose this girl. No. It's a no for me. So, but anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, tell me if you've had a similar experiences. And if you haven't already, subscribe, girl. Girl, we need to talk. Subscribe, girl. Do it now, even. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. I need to get ready for the day. I love you guys so much.